Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? It is great to be back here for another episode of Bad Rolls, Good Times. Welcome in, everyone. I am your Dungeon Master, N. Roush1. Thank you very, very much for being here. And joining with me tonight are three of my good friends. We have, first up, Akuma, the Tiefling Sorcerer.
Good evening, everybody.
Then we have Zymat, the Human Fighter.
Greetings, everyone.
And last but certainly not least is Gigroth, the Goliath Barbarian.
Good to be back. Gonna kick some ass.
That's right. All right. Cyrus, unfortunately, couldn't be with us tonight, but we're going to roll with the three of us here tonight. Let's start things off with a recap. It's been 2 weeks since we've played, and for the viewers at home, as well as for Gigroth, recap what happened in the last session. If one of you wants to take the reins on that.
You got this one, Zyma?
You actually did a pretty good job in the pre-show, so if you want to take it again, by all means, have at it.
So we arrived at Goodmead, kind of figure out the political situation there with who's running for office. We end up following, what was his name? Shander Froth.
Yeah.
We followed him, believing him to be some member or somehow with the, why is that Cabal's name escaping?
Zentarum?
Yes, the Zentarum. So, believing him to be some member of the Zentarum, we follow him back to Targos. We set a trap for him, an ambush on the road to try and capture him and gain information about the Zentarum. Zyma and his almighty skill managed to kill him before we could interrogate him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Reminds you of this time when you were out on another sellsword job and someone died, unfortunately.
I feel personally targeted right now.
So we obviously had to hide Shander Froth's body, and we ended up going into the woods trying to find the Verbeeg that had killed the previous mayor of Goodmead. There we entered the Verbeeg lair, killed a couple of Verbeeg and some sort of ogre troll thing. Found this ancient tomb that had a wand and a pearl of power in it. And I believe that is where we left off.
Yeah. Just a couple of other things. You had also found the remains of a search party, or 5 other individuals who went out to kill the Verbeeg, that had apparently been bludgeoned to death out in the wilderness too. You had found all of their remains. And then while in Goodmead, you also met Olivessa, who was the other candidate for Speaker of Goodmead. And from your interactions with her and overhearing her conversations, while she has friends and family in Goodmead that want her to be speaker, she herself is not necessarily up to the task or wants that position. She would much prefer to see it go to someone else. And okay, that brings us all up to date. So you are currently still in the Verbeeg lair, and let me bring this map up. Pretty much have cleared out most of it. You are in the center, the northmost room. It's 15 by 15 foot. With that altar in the middle, or that big stone that everyone had pushed aside in order to find the remains of a... let's see here, if I can find my spot in the book. The remains of a tribal chieftain, whom you plucked those 2 items from. And Akuma, you are still wearing that Chardolin necklace, right?
I suppose.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure of that. For no reason at all. No reason at all. Nothing.
I'm sure we'll get lucky on like a 3rd or 4th roll, whatever we're at this point.
Okay. All right. So as you're in this room, you see a pair of steps going down to the south. The steps to the east, of which you already came from, And then you can see kind of a path in the southwest corner of that room as well. And it is dark in here, so unless you have dark vision, you can't see, or you need a light source. And I don't remember if you guys had a light source moving through this at all, or if you were just relying on dark vision.
I don't remember using a light. I know I have dark vision, and
Okay.
I think I was leading the group.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Okay. And in a couple of the room there were fires and whatnot, so you could see in those rooms. But in this tunnel to the southwest, it is quite dark.
Walking like up to the passageway, do I see anything into the room?
Make me a perception check.
A 16.
A 16. You don't. Let's see here. You don't really see anything from the hallway at that point. You can make out a very large bulbous shaped thing on the floor that seems to be like slowly rising and falling. Not like off the ground levitating, but just kind of like inflating and deflating. And you can hear a very loud animal snore.
And this was to the
To the-
southwest, western.
Yeah, the room is essentially due east from where you were at.
There's something in the room, guys.
Gigroth, would you like to take point?
Sure, I'll take point. Speaking of taking, in the last campaign, what's my hit points at?
You are currently at, I think, like 24.
24. Okay. All right. Then yes, I will take front. And I'll go into rage.
All right, so you're gonna let out this loud yell "Roar!" and just charge in there, ready to go.
Ready to go. Like,
Okay.
let's fuck some shit up.
You have dark vision, right, Gigroth?
Let me see here.
I think Goliaths do. Maybe they don't.
Uh, well, I have danger sense. That's the only thing close to dark vision or whatever.
Okay. So
This
and
is you have advantage on dex saving throws against effects that you can see while not blind, deaf, and incapacitated.
okay, so that's kind of like Spidey sense, like something's coming at you or someone's throwing a fireball. You can like preemptively sense it and be more adept at jumping out of the way. So that will not work here. So as you rage and charge into this room, you can then hear a very loud yawn. And Akuma, you can see this thing that was on the floor rise up on all four legs and kind of give itself a shake off. And this brown bear lets out this loud yawn. And Gigroth, now that it is immediately in front of you as you came into this room, it does not look too friendly and kind of pissed off that it has been awoken from its sleep. I need initiative rolls from everyone.
Damn it! This is my first time back. I'm already fucking up.
Ooh, that is a sweet new D&D Beyond feature. It shows me everyone else's roles.
Yeah, I saw that when you made your that first roll you made. I was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't never noticed that before.
Yeah, so I rolled an 8.
Typical Akuma Scala coming out. End of the order.
Yep.
18 for Zymot.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
So that is 6. So I've got an 18.
An 18. Okay. Who has better decks between Gigroth and Zymot? I believe Zymot does.
Probably Gigroth.
Dex based on like what? Like as a
Ju-
saving?
just
or
your
just in
just your
general?
flat dexterity score.
I got a 14.
Yep, that is better.
Okay. All right. So Gigroth, you are up first.
All right. Let's see.
This bear
first-
is staring you down, frothing at the mouth.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use which one is it? Speak to animal,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say my apologies, great, my apologies, great mighty bear. I stubbed my toe coming in the way, coming in here. My apologies. I didn't mean to wake you.
Okay. So you're gonna try and calm this animal down by apologizing to it. All right. So make me a. Let's see here. This would be either a persuasion check or an animal handling check.
Let's see what. Yeah, I'll go with an animal handling.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we lose him?
Oh, shoot.
Oh no, the suspense.
This is quintessential Gigroth as well.
He rolled a 6 plus 2, so 8.
An 8. Yeah, an 8 definitely does not calm this bear down. And in fact, it seems to just piss this bear off even more that someone would even try to talk him down. Like, you just woke me up, and I'm going to rip your heart out now.
And once again, my internet does not fail to screw me over. So I got an 8.
Yep.
I did not hear anything that you said.
It didn't work. You.
No,
Oh,
okay.
great bear! Please do not attack. I'm sorry for disturbing your sleep. Just go back to bed. He's not hearing any of it. Does
Okay.
speak with animals allow you to understand like what an animal says back, or it only allows you to speak to it?
Let me see here. It says you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited to their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day.
Okay.
You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the.
Okay. So you can actually understand what the bear says back. So when it growls and roars at you, he says, "You asshole woke me up, and now I'm hungry."
Hungry. I will say, what we can talk about this. I have rations. I have food.
You already
Would you...
you already tried to talk to this guy. You
Okay.
already tried to calm him down. So that's gonna be your action for the turn.
Got it.
If you would like to move, you can. If you would like to make your move action, you can.
Gotcha. Let me see. Did I ever mention to you, Nick, that I wanted to switch out the war? No, never mind. I remember us having this conversation. I kept the warhammer equipped. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So you're gonna
then-
keep you're sticking with the warhammer as opposed to like two hand axes.
Yeah,
sort of thing?
only
Okay.
because of only because if I take away the shield, my armor class goes down by 2.
Yep.
I like to be non-hittable. So in that case,
So if there's a point in this room where you want to kind of move to, you can.
gotcha. I am still great. can't log in yet to my Discord, so I'm going to assume someone next. How far am I away from like a corner or something or a wall?
I mean, I would assume like you kind of just entered the room, and the bear is along the. You can kind of see that little alcove on the western side of this room. That is where the bear is.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move away from the bear at least. Like, is there like 30 feet? Like how big is a room?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's like 30 feet across, roughly.
30 feet across. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna move my big ass to as far away as from the bear as possible.
Okay, so you're gonna back up against the wall, kind of near where the steps you just entered this room.
Correct to move.
Okay, so you kind of sidestep to the right of the cavern entrance, and yep, and you're good to go. Okay, Zyma, you are next.
I will move Tomax within melee range of this guy,
Mhm.
roughly to the one of his flanks, and then attack with Tomax's glaive.
Okay,
12, I believe, does not hit.
12 is going to hit.
Oh wow! All right, that is going to do. What is this? 7 slashing damage,
Okay,
and then I will unleash Incarnation for the last time to attack for Tomax to attack again.
yep,
And modified 20, I believe, hits.
that's definitely gonna hit.
Not great, 5 slashing damage.
Okay,
And then I will position myself in between the bear and Cyrus and Akuma
okay.
and hold my ground.
All right. Bear's turn. The bear is going to let out a very large roar, and then it takes off full sprint across the room to get to where Gigroth is. In doing
does
that, yes, that is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Tomax.
Thank you very much, sir.
Well, great.
Modified 20, I believe, hits.
That is going to hit.
Okay, that is going to be an additional max damage, 13 points of slashing damage.
Wow.
And it will trigger my Sentinel, bringing the wait a minute, when a creature, hold on, where does it say it? Against you reaction. Hold on, I could have swore it makes its movement speed 0, but I could be wrong. Hold on, I am sorry.
Oh, so like Sentinel through Tomax will basically make it so it can't move any further.
There you go. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, the creature's speed becomes 0 for the rest of the turn.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
So I will like hamstring it as it's trying to run away. Tomax is like, "Yo, where do you think you're going?"
And
it's gonna hamstring it.
Yep. And then the bear turns around as it gets attacked from behind. As this bear tries to barrel down to Gigroth, it has to take a second glance and stop and turn around. And as it's coming through with its swing, turning around, it takes 2 big claw or swipes one of its claws right across Tomax. And that is a 21.
That will hit, and Tomax dissipates into the ether.
Okay. The bear would try to attack again, but no one is around it, and so that ends its turn. Akuma, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna try to firebolt the bear from this hallway.
Okay.
23.
Mm-hmm. That will hit.
Only 4 points.
Okay. Would you like to move? I assume you're just kind of like in the entrance as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of chill here. Is any of its like hair smoldering to give the other guys light?
Yes. I will say that the fur is kind of smoldering, and like some embers are kind of falling from it to light up this room to at least allow everyone to see within this room. And I'll explain what you guys see in just a little bit. How do you would you guys like to play Bot Cyrus? Is he just gonna kind of throw around some bardic inspirations?
He could probably just firebolt, right? Is that what his cantrip is? Or
Vicious
vicious
Mockery.
mockery? There you go.
Okay. Okay. So we'll have Cyrus at the end of the order. He's gonna throw up a vicious mockery to the bear. He's gonna insult the bear somehow. I wish I was more witty and could come up with a
Something smells of elderberries.
says yes. Your mother smells of elderberries. Oh god, that pun was unbearable. The the bear saves. The bear makes his wisdom saving throw.
Must not have been a very good pun.
It was so bad of a pun that the bear just ignored it. Okay. Back at the top of the order, Gigroth, you are up.
Okay.
This bear is still on the opposite side of the room.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna go for an attack. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do reckless attack. So when I make my first attack on my turn, it gives me advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength. But on the next turn, if the bear tries to attack me, he gets advantage as well.
Okay. All right. So you're going to gain advantage on the attack from this bear. So yeah, let's see those rolls.
All right. +12 is a 17.
Okay. And your second roll, or was that the higher of the two?
No, I haven't rolled the second one yet.
That's going to hit, but we can
12
see if
again.
you get a crit.
Yeah, I got 2 12s, so
Okay.
either way, it's the same thing.
Yep, that's
Alright,
gonna
so
that's gonna hit, and don't forget your additional damage from your rage.
Yes, indeed. Now, where's that 8? Let's see. So I'm doing 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Okay. All right, so you swing your warhammer down one-handed on this thing as you run up to it from across the room. You slam down on it, and embers from where its fur had caught on fire just kind of burst off of it, and these embers kind of flutter down then to the floor, and it is now Zymot's turn.
Bonus action summon Tomax, flanking this bear again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, I'm going to attack through Tomax.
Yep.
For a 22, I believe, hits, which is going to be 12 slashing damage.
Okay. It is still up.
And I will continue to hold my position in front of our casters.
Okay. Bear's turn. Bear is going to take some fire damage. Takes 3 fire damage and lets out a very loud yell in pain and falls over dead.
Well done, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
So this yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, was this just like a regular? Like, could I make a perception check or something to see if this was just like a regular bear? Because kind of might want to like skin his hide.
Yeah. So you wanna check out this bear, see if there's like any, I don't know, druid's markings or just like, was it some like a shapeshifter or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Let me describe this scene first, and then you can do that. So, in this room, there's a frozen stream, that's kind of flowing from north to south. You can see a hole in the wall where this stream is coming from, and it ends at a 7-foot deep frozen pool in the back of this cave. So the ground is this frozen pool of water, and trapped beneath the pool is a stone statue of a smiling young man who is naked, except for a very well placed oak leaf. And the statue's face is turned towards the sky. So as you look down into this pool, you can see the face of this statue looking up at you. Gigroth, make me an investigation check as you're kind of checking out this bear.
8.
An 8? You're pretty sure that this is just a normal old bear that made his home in this cave. Whether or not it was like the Verbeeg's pet, or it had just found its way into this cave and dwells here, you can't really discern.
All right. Well, I'm gonna skin it anyway.
Okay. All right. So you pull out a knife or a dagger, some sort of something that you can skin it with, and you begin dressing it and taking off its skin. All right, Akuma, Zaimot, anything you two would like to do?
That just sounds so horrible the way you said it.
What? Just taking off its skin? You're like Hannibal Lectering this thing?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about inspecting the statue? I could break the ice if you want to, and the other thing is maybe sending your familiar down the rest of the river or stream and see where it might lead to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how many firebolts I had to throw to melt through the ice. So.
Oh, let's see here. It's only a foot of ice until you can judge that it's about a foot of ice before you get to the head of the statue. Firebolt's just a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
You could probably melt through that ice in about the same amount of time as it would take Gigroth to skin this bear. I would probably say, man, I'm not showing my hunting prowess here. Maybe 20 minutes or so, 20, 30 minutes.
I'm pretty good at skinning animals then.
This is what the YouTube comment section is for.
Yeah. You're an idiot. It takes at least 4 hours to skin a bear.
Well, you
yeah,
know what,
I guess.
Gigroth.
And then...
Oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
Did we have the familiar when we were in here? I thought we did, but I don't know if it was ever dismissed.
Your little fly familiar?
Yeah.
Does it take concentration to continue controlling it?
No.
Okay.
It lasts for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that you would still have it then.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll work on like firebolting around the statue and then sending the familiar downstream.
Okay. So you send your familiar downstream, and it just follows a path through this cave that ultimately leaves back out where you came in. You can see that about halfway down, there is another cavern towards the east that I don't believe you have been to yet.
Negative. Sending it to the east, is there anything of note that's living?
No, there is nothing living in there.
Or undead, I guess. Maybe I'm being too specific.
Correct. Yeah, so there's this natural tunnel, what you can see with your familiar, and it bisects this kind of ring-shaped excavation. and there's all of these. There's these spots like kind of carved out in the walls of this ring-shaped spot. Of this ring, I don't know, area in this room.
Okay, we'll have to catch up with the fly then.
Do you want to send it through the tunnel, like where the stream is coming from?
So we're like up here.
Or
so
I guess I'm sorry. The stream flows into the tunnel. It's not coming from the tunnel. That is my mistaken. I have to correct that. That was my fault.
So there's no point in going up the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. We can have the fly check out the circular room, or we can kind of bring our attention back to the statue if you want to finish chipping it out.
Yeah, I like.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was going to ask
No.
about which map we're in.
Verbeeg Lair.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good excavating the rest of the statue.
All right. What is there anything interesting going on with this statue?
Make me a religion check.
And I would like to do the help action by pointing out any details that I notice about the character and the race and design and whatnot.
Okay.
Does that give me advantage?
Yep, that'll give you advantage on it.
17. Thanks for the advantage.
All right. You can tell in your wizardy goodness that this statue is a depiction of Sylvanus, who is the god of nature, and the oak leaf is that god's holy symbol.
Is there anything magical going on here?
With an investigation check, you can't tell.
Should I like detect magic as a ritual?
Might as well.
All right, yeah, we'll detect magic as a ritual. Just
Okay.
sit here and play with this oak leaf for 10 minutes.
It's his strategically placed oak leaf. You're just flicking it, and what's under there? What do you got under there, big guy? Oh, okay. Yes. This thing radiates an aura of abjuration.
That's the thing that transforms thingies.
Abjuration.
Cyrus is an elf. Does he want to try talking to it? Maybe it transforms into an avatar or something?
Abjuration is the school of magic that encompasses protective spells.
Ooh.
That's
Well,
what that leaf is.
Didn't protect that bear.
The leaf is protecting him.
But why? Why is it protecting his junk? That's what I want to know.
Why wouldn't you want your junk protected?
Is there anything that like stands out in particular as far as the statue, or the whole thing just radiates that?
The whole statue just radiates it. The statue is about, where does it say? I don't even know if this thing says. I would say this statue is probably about 4 feet tall. So it's not like super huge altar gigantic statue of it, but it's still sizable, and your fire bolts have kind of melted all of the ice around this thing, and it's now sitting in the pool of water.
How do you guys feel about taking it with us?
Yeah, I was gonna
We've got
suggest,
dog sleds.
Yeah.
I was gonna
all right.
suggest let's move it around first. What happens?
Did it react to the fire bolts at all?
It did not.
Okay.
What if we take the off of, or is it kind of like just like padded?
What, the statue?
No, the leaf that's on the statue, is it like permanently on the statue?
Yeah.
Or is it
Yeah.
removable?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
not like a separate thing that's been placed on the statue. It's
Gotcha.
part of the statue itself. Like it was molded or sculpted with this leaf on it.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah,
All
sure,
right,
take it.
so
Gigroth will carry it.
The statue is connected to the bottom of the pool. So as you try to lift it out, you can see that it's almost like it's been formed from the bottom of this pool. Or the ground. And so where the ground is, it's like protruding up from the ground in this pool.
Can I use my hammer and pry bar to like kind of like chisel at the base of this thing to see if I can dislodge it?
You can. You would be underwater.
do either of our casters manipulate ground, earth, water, dirt?
Negative. Not. I don't. Yeah, I do not.
Cyrus have something?
Not that I can see. Shatter. We could try to blow it up.
Try shatter the ground below it. If not, I mean, can you evaporate the water? And then Gigroth and I can like dig underneath it and pry it out?
I'm sure we could sit here with fire bolts long enough that we'd make a nice sauna.
Just a nice little hot tub. Sylvanas hot tub. Akuma, make me a as you're the one that's kind of been doing everything here, make me an Arcana check.
Feeling really contributing, like a contributing member of the team now.
Only a 9.
Okay. You can you notice that your spell as your detect magic is still going on. That radiance of abjuration magic is coming from the water as well.
Alright, can I just like hop in it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just hop in the water.
It's cold as shit.
Oh, okay, yeah, for hard nips. Okay, I'll climb back out and like start drying myself off with my firebolt.
Mm-hmm.
Not
feel any better?
wholly bad. No, not at all. No different. Just cold.
I'll try to drink the water.
Okay. Hmm.
Constitution saving throw.
Let's see here. Let's see here. You can make me I guess an Arcana check? Zymot?
Really gonna drink that water? You don't even know where that oak leaf's been.
11.
An 11? You don't notice anything, it's just like dirty water.
Okay. You guys want to push on then?
You don't notice anything from it.
I want to know what this thing does.
We can come back with a holy person.
Can I just like touch it with shocking grasp?
You want to touch the reach down into the water and touch the statue with shocking grasp?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. What do you need from me?
Shocking grasp does what exactly?
Lightning springs from your hand to deliver a shock to a creature you try to touch. Make a melee spell attack against the target. You have advantage on the attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal.
Okay,
On a hit, the target takes 1d8.
Make an attack roll against yourself using that, as the electric is conducted by the water that you had to reach your hand into to touch this statue.
Joke's on you, I rolled an 8 and my AC is 11.
All right. You can tell that you tried to shock yourself, but it didn't work.
Congratulations, you shock yourself.
All right. I guess we'll move on.
So you're gonna leave this statue here.
Begrudgingly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you guys want to follow the fly into like the weird circular room?
Yeah, I like that. Because it went all the way down this path and didn't see anything, so.
Okay. So you follow the fly down. Gigroth, what are you gonna do with your bear hide? You're just gonna like throw it over yourself as a cape?
Well, I mean, well, first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the water to kind of wash off all the blood and shit.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm just gonna have it like inverted inside out so I can dry off. Just have it like on my back.
All right.
It'll dry off.
Yep. All right. And all right, so you're going to go down into that circular area kind of in the center of the map. You notice what I said before, but also that there are these kind of indentations in the wall, which would be a burial chamber. So you can tell that this was once a burial chamber once you get in here. There's niches cut in the north end of the outer ring that would be used as like a tomb where you would place a dead body. You can find there's a stone knife on the ground. And that is it. It looks like this is where like where the Verbeeg kind of like made his home and was sitting, and you know, this is kind of where he was before you lured him out of the cave and killed him.
Do any of the burial tombs or niches have like any bodies or remains or anything?
These do not.
Can I check for any like secret doors or openings or anything like in the niches where the bodies were supposed to be?
You can, yeah. Make me that investigation check.
22, which probably means that there's nothing there.
There is nothing there.
Not surprising.
You can see that there's an opening to the south, and a hallway to the south that is also carved out of the walls. It's not like natural caverns.
You guys want to go ahead and check that out?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you walk south, you can start to see a tiny bit of like natural light coming in, that would be exiting the cave. But you find this passageway is 8 foot high, 5 feet wide, so it's kind of a tight fit. You can't walk side by side, but there are a dozen burial niches in the wall. And each one of these niches is like 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall, and about 5 feet deep.
Should these empty as well?
You can find a couple of skulls and some carved stone knives in there, but nothing that no like full bodies or belongings or anything like that in these niches.
Do you guys want to go back east through the cave and check out that pit?
Yeah, might as well finish clearing. We've cleared everything else, right?
Yeah, I think that was the last we'd like seen it briefly at the beginning with the fly.
And then, what about that area with 3 barrels? Did you already check that?
Yes, you guys know that there's a pulley in that room. There's 3 barrels there. Those 3 barrels all have the symbol of Goodmead on them. And then hanging in that room are also 6 baskets. And there's like a pulley system that you can raise and lower the baskets in that room.
Did we want to take those back to Goodmead, by the way? I don't know if we brought that up last session.
We did not yet because we wanted to finish clearing. Yeah, I'm good with bringing everything in here back.
Yes, Gigroth will act as a
Gigroth the mule.
Gigroth from the wrist taker to the footed. I was trying to make felt flow.
Okay.
But yes, let us adventure to the pit you speak of.
Okay. Yeah, you get in that room, and this cavern's dead end. It has a crudely excavated 10-foot wide pit. You can also see that the pit goes down about 20 feet. And you look down in the pit, and filled up to about 5 feet, it's just filled with bones and trash and filth.
Is that a bottle of lotion?
We're just turning this into Silence of the Lambs.
Do you still have detect magic up?
Have we made it across this thing in 10 minutes?
Probably not.
I can do it again as a ritual, and we can eat 10 minutes.
Yeah, might as well, because you never know what might be hidden down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Your 10 minutes go by. You do your wizard mojo mumbo jumbo, and there is nothing magical in this room. It's a pit of trash.
Cool.
Fair enough, worth a shot. You never know.
10 minutes, I'm never getting back.
You see where the fire pit is?
Yeah.
What is that? Going southeast. What is that?
Can we do a contested perception check, Nick?
A contested perception check?
Because I know what's in behind the fence, because I was here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you guys are going back in that room, Gigroth can just look. I mean, that's
that's why I'm saying I want to notice it. Like, does Akuma notice it before Gigroth?
Before Gigroth?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That was the contested perception check.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Poor old little Gigroth.
Yeah, we can see how this plays out. Both of you make a perception check.
Alright.
And whoever's is higher sees it first.
Nat 20.
Okay. I would like to call on Cyrus for help.
What's your roll, Gigroth? I assume not a nat 20 as well.
I'm assuming it's the 3.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to use minor illusion to hide all the goats.
I'm not sure minor illusion would be able to hide all of them.
But if I did like multiple instances, just like to make the goats like blend in with the rock wall or like more shadow.
Before Gigroth sees them?
Yeah.
You can hide a couple of them. He's like, you guys are just walking through this cavern, right? And so, all right, so Gigroth, you get up and you glance at the fence, and you can see 5 goats and 3 sheep all behind this pen.
Do I sense anything? Do I see anything in the fence, behind the fence, among them? Like,
No, it's just a bunch of animals being penned up here.
Okay.
Just basically livestock.
So why did you want to hide animals from me, Akuma?
Because you were going to talk to them.
No, I just wanted to see what was behind there. If anything, I was thinking about taking them with us to sell them off as livestock.
After talking to them.
You know what? You have a point. Your thoughts are justified. But I have no regrets. Because you guys are being mean to Gigroth is gonna talk to every single animal.
You can also smell meat roasting on the spit above that open fire. And you can obviously see it as well. And there is a small bundle near a log by the fire.
Small bundle of what?
Let's see here. You can see like a battle axe, some clothing, a pair of thick leather boots.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna suggest going back to where those 3 barrels are with the baskets. I just load everything up that we can. I've got ropes so that we can tie up all the animals, lead them with us. If y'all want to take that, or we can just let them.
Who knows what those goats would do to this ecosystem? We got to take them with us.
Yeah, they'll probably fall into that little pit.
The
Silence of the goats.
do you guys want to grab take the body of the your running or ex running mate and go maul him a little bit with what remains of the bear or one of the Verbeeg's fist or whatever, just to kind of sell our tale a little bit more accurately?
Yeah, that Verbeeg mace.
I'd like to take the head of the, not just his fist, his head.
And the Verbeeg is outside because you guys killed it out by the entrance with your tree stump or tree log contraption you made. In that room there is an ogre that is dead. So you guys head back to the room that has the 3 barrels and the baskets. There's a dead ogre in the middle of it.
While Gigroth is kind of like messing with the barrels, I'm gonna try to figure out this lever pulley contraption with the baskets.
Yeah, it's very, very simple. You just kind of like untie the rope and you can raise and lower them. And there are 6 of them.
All right. As I lower them, is there anything in them?
Yes. Some of the baskets contain sheep shears, milk pails, some bristle brushes, a couple bags of grains and oats. And then you also find one that has 72 silver, 344 copper pieces, a small pink moss agate gemstone, a healer's kit, a hunting trap, and a small rabbit skin bag.
Is there anything in the bag?
Yes, there are 10 silver sling stones.
I would like to pocket the pink gem if you guys want to split up the rest.
I have actually all of these things are, but I would like to take that hunter.
The trap, the hunting trap.
Yeah, I would like to take.
Mm-hmm. And what kind of trap would you like it to be? Do you want it to be like a live trap, like a box trap, or do you want it to be, like a bear trap sort of thing? And I'm cool with either. It doesn't say here, but whichever one you would prefer, I'm cool with.
Okay. Yeah, I think a bear, one of those bear traps that you step on it and it goes wow.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep. Cool. That's the kind of trap that it is.
Is there a way to is that like an item, or do I have to?
I don't know if hunting trap is something that you can find on. Yep, it's under equipment.
Oh, cool. I saw hunting rifle. There's rifles.
And actually, it describes exactly that type of trap that you want it to be.
Awesome. All right. And as for those you said there was 5 silver stones.
The rabbit skin bag has some sling stones in it. 10 of
What are
them.
those?
Like a sling that you put a rock in and you whip it and throw the stone.
Oh, sling. Okay.
Yep.
And then how much silver was it again?
72 silver and 344 copper pieces. And you can just reduce that down to whatever it comes to.
Yeah. Cool. We got the supplies. We could start our own little goatery.
Is all right. Yeah, if you guys are good, I'd say we collect everything, load it up, grab any bodies that we could salvage. Are there any bodies we could salvage?
None other than the bear's now skinned body, or the ogre, and then the Verbeeg out of the outside of the cave.
Okay, and then the party that was attacked a ways away, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you grabbed. They all had spears, which you already grabbed all of their spears.
Yeah, no, we were gonna I was gonna collect them all to pile the bodies together and then hide the what's his face's body in it. So we bring him back and people can realize he's dead, but it doesn't look suspicious on us.
Okay.
And then what was it, Froth, right?
Yep, Shander Froth.
Yep. I will. So the Verbeeg, does he have any claws or anything like that? Like, I don't remember now. It's been a minute.
They're basically just giants. He has like big, humanoid hands.
I guess can I bruise? Because what? Like I backhanded him and I guess I snapped his neck, right?
The Verbeeg?
No, the Froth.
I thought you took your sword to him or your glaive to him.
No. I mean, I was trying to knock him unconscious.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I wasn't trying to hit him, like kill him. So, I guess for the sake, I'll wrap the Verbeeg's hand around his neck and then like squeeze really tight to bruise or whatever. No.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's good enough. That's it.
Okay.
And then I'll load him on the sled with the rest of the bodies.
Okay. So you actually have 3 sleds. If you remember, you have the 2 from Caer Dineval that are yours. They're the cults. You have their 6 dogs, and then you also have Shander Froth's 3 dogs and his sled.
Yeah, and we went ahead and like mix things up a little bit so it's not point blank obvious that it's his.
Okay. So you're kind of gathering these things up. You're bringing them to the front of the cave. Everyone make me a perception check.
18.
7.
Modified 20.
All right, Akuma and Zymot. As you're stacking these things up and you're getting things ready to load up the sleds and get back to Goodmead, you can see off in the distance in the woods. You can see a second Verbeeg who is approaching the mouth of the cave, who seems to be walking in your direction. Her misshapen, you can see, well, I guess you wouldn't be able to see this because she's far away, but you can see a spear in one hand, while the other arm is cradling a basket. And you can hear, Doug, you home? As this second Verbeeg is approaching.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I know it's fucked up.
I say we ambush him in the campfire room.
I have one question. Are the Verbeegs generally like considered evil, or I don't know.
Are they considered like people?
No, like bad. What bad and good is.
Before you go down that train of thought, let me just kindly remind you that we slaughtered everything in this cave.
no, I get that. I want to know whether I should like in the end kill her or do we leave her to be on her own after?
Let's see here. Make me a. I guess this would be religion or history. And being that you are from Icewind Dale, that you're from the north, make it with advantage.
19.
Okay. Yes, Verbeegs tend to be evil. Their
Okay.
their alignment definitely leans evil.
Okay, so I have no issue with what we're about to do.
That's
How so what's the plan? We're gonna ambush her in the fire pit, you said? Zymot?
I think so. In the fire room, you know what I mean?
We just hide the dogs like in the goat pen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can do that.
Or
Well,
just take them in another room altogether.
Doug.
Actually-
Are you here,
I-
Doug?
Yeah, we'll bring the wolves in. We'll bring the dog sleds in and move them over to. Actually, we'll just put them in the barrel room where the ogre was, and then we'll set up. I'm gonna position myself at the little alcove where the kink in the tunnel, where to the barrel room. You see it where it kind of makes like a little zigzag.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna position myself there.
Okay.
I have a quick let's push her into the pit of filth. You know, like you make some
Sure.
sound,
All
she
right.
comes
You can
in.
lead her in there.
There's that little corner where I can hide behind the wall, and as she walks in there, I can just like shove the shit out of her.
Sounds good to me. All right. I'm gonna hide in the alcove, like I said, and move the dogs in there.
And I guess I'm just gonna like kind of leave myself as bait and sit by the fire.
Okay. All right. Akuma everyone takes their positions, and the same thing. You can hear Akuma as you're sitting in that fire room. You can hear her. This Verbeeg. Is you home? Is anyone here? Hello, dog. And the steps into you can hear her walking these very heavy, plodding footsteps as they walk through the tunnel very, very slowly. And as she gets around the corner, where the fire light source is coming from, and obviously the smell of cooking meat over the fire, she gets in this room and sees this tiefling just sitting cross-legged by the fire, just chilling. And her demeanor goes from like inquisitive to angry very, very quickly, like immediately. Where's Doug? She screams
So
out.
as she rolls into the room, I'm gonna like yell boo with thaumaturgy to like amplify it, and I'm gonna start running back towards the trash pit.
Nice. Okay. Make me an intimidation check, but use your spell casting modifier instead.
Could I just use my intimidation?
You can if you want, if that's higher.
It's only a 9.
Okay. It's and make it let's see here. What did you roll to have it only be a 9?
A 4 with plus
okay.
5.
Okay. But with the thaumaturgy, it booms loudly in this cavern and echoes, and she and drops this wicker basket, and all of these little metal pieces come like spilling out of it. She also drops her spear from the other hand, and she sees you run towards the back of where the refuse pit is. She picks up her spear and also starts running that way. I need initiative rolls from everyone.
16 for Akuma.
Is a 11 for. How do y'all do that? Make it to where it's customized. It says.
If you just click initiative, so like every single item in D&D Beyond, if you just click it, it does the die roll with the additions and subtractions automatically.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay. Zymot, what was your roll?
4.
Ooh, okay. And Cyrus is at the end. Okay, so Akuma, you are up first.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running back for the refuse pit.
Okay, so you can get anywhere you want in that room at this point. Do you want to be to the back of it, in front of the refuse pit, to the side?
Yeah, like directly in the back of it.
Okay, all the way as far north as you can, directly behind the pit.
Yep.
Okay.
I just want to make a suggestion. Which side are you gonna hit? Are you on the left side or the right side? If you're on the left side, she'll go that way most likely. A better chance of pushing her.
Well, I'm running around like the right side of the pit, like directly to the back.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So hopefully position wise, the pit will be directly between you and her.
Correct.
All right. Okay, Akuma, you make your way all the way back there. Gigroth, you are up. The Verbeeg is currently at like the at the north, or I should say the northeastern entrance of the big room with the fire is where she's at currently. So like just towards that cave of the entrance.
Okay. I'm gonna hold action.
Okay.
Just like stay in that little. See where it becomes a 90-degree angle leading into the pit room.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing right there,
All
waiting
right.
for her to come by.
Just to the left there, just on the south side of the pit.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Verbeeg's turn. Verbeeg is going to use her movement and run, use her full speed and get to, let's see, the Verbeeg is going to get to just on the southeastern corner of the pit. So not quite directly to the right of the pit, but just a little bit down from there.
Okay.
Then we would be at Zymot unless Gigroth wants to jump in here.
No, I'll still hold off.
Okay. Zymot, you're up.
I'm gonna chill. Good.
You like let these guys handle it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
All right. And where you're at that same spot, like basically where Gigroth was?
No, I'm still in the hallway to the barrel room.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, you're at that right angle. Okay. All right. Then we're just at Cyrus. And I will say Cyrus is by Gigroth. So Gigroth, you're up if you want to do something this round. Do you want to try and like push her in? Or are you gonna rage? What exactly do you want to do, Gigroth? I don't think he can hear me.
No, I can.
You can. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's because I was thinking if I rage, she's gonna hear me. I don't know if she'll go to the left side or she'll go to the right. I want her to come to the left side. That way I can shove her.
Well, her attention is definitely on Akuma and following the same path that Akuma did. So I don't think she will naturally go to the left. But she is standing in front of the pit. Well, what I'm saying is like this is the last turn to do anything before we're at the top of the order.
Yeah, but he's in front of the Verbeeg in initiative, so like I can start running like towards him around the other side of the pit, like back towards the Verbeeg, trying to get it maybe to switch directions.
Oh, okay.
like faking it out.
Sure. Or run, counterclockwise back down to kind of where Gigroth is to make it a shorter distance, like to the south of the pit.
Mhm.
Yep. Okay.
Is the floor like stone? Like is it kind of icy and
It's a natural cave floor. Let's see here. Basic rock and ground. It's not formed. It's not like leveled surface necessarily.
Right. Okay. No, I just wanted to know.
But
If
it's also
the floor
not
is-
icy or anything like that.
I was gonna say, let me throw some water on the floor real quick, and she fucking slips into the pit. In that case, you know what? I'm gonna set my trap like right that not kind of like right in so that if she comes to the left, like she doesn't see the trap, and if it comes that way, maybe I can get her in and then shove her.
Okay. Um well, all right. So yeah, you can use your action to set the trap. Um Make me a stealth check to see if you can do it without her noticing.
All right. Fucked up.
Should have just sat there.
I should have just said
So, what was your roll?
5.
Okay, yeah. She definitely notices you and catches your attention and knows that there is a trap sitting down there now.
God damn it!
Okay, back at the top of the order, Akuma.
I am going to try to Ray of Frost her.
Okay. And what does that require of me?
So, nothing of you. A frigid beam of blue-white light streaks towards a creature within range. Makes a spell attack against it. Takes 1d8 cold damage, and speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
So I rolled a 14 for the attack.
That hits.
Alrighty then. 8 damage, max. And she is slowed.
She takes all of that and is slowed down.
And I'm just kind of gonna chill at the back of this corner and like hope she goes for Gigroth.
Okay. Gigroth, it's your turn.
I'm gonna hold. She does.
You're going to hold action. Okay.
They should. Damn it.
She is going to move 10 feet in your direction, Akuma. But she still cannot get into range of you, so she's now at like the northeastern corner of the pit. So she's moving counterclockwise around the pit, is in that top right corner, but cannot reach you with her spear yet. And we are now at Zymot. Just chilling.
Do I hear anything yet?
Yeah, you can definitely hear a commotion in the other room, happening like through the walls of this cave. A loud "I'm gonna get you" that sort of stuff. Gigroth
alright.
cursing that he tried to set a trap and got caught doing it.
At a gingerly stroll, I'll walk 30 feet. I'll walk 30 feet towards the waste hole, the waste pit. So let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that puts me just south of the southernmost.
Entrance to
I-
like the hallway
yeah.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Gigroth, you gonna jump in?
Does picking up my trap count as a
Yeah, interacting with an object counts as an action. So the trap is set. If you wanna pick it up, and interact with it, you can do that, but that's your action for the turn.
I can't throw it. Okay. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna pick up the trap
Mm-hmm.
like around the pit a little bit, just like 5 feet to the right.
Okay.
And that'll be
All right. So you're basically picking it up and moving. You're now at the bottom end of the pit.
yeah.
Okay. Cyrus is gonna give a bardic inspiration to Akuma. That's gonna be his turn, and we are back at the top to Akuma.
Always have to remember what bardic inspiration.
You'll get an extra D6 on either an attack on your next attack roll, ability check, saving throw.
And I get to choose to use it after the fact.
Yes, but not. But you get to choose to use it after you roll, but before you know the result.
Oh, so you don't get to know the result first and then apply it.
Correct.
I guess we'll go ahead and add it to this Ray of Frost attack then. Probably, I guess it's maybe not a good thing because it's an 8, so I probably need to roll a perfect. So 8 plus 6 plus a d6.
Mm-hmm.
11.
An 11 is not going to hit.
I'm gonna start moving clockwise back to Gigroth.
You're gonna if you move clockwise, you're going to get your
counterclockwise. My bad.
Counterclockwise, okay. So continue moving away, and then you are now directly behind Gigroth.
Yep.
And it is now Gigroth's turn.
How far am I
from the Verbeeg? You're like directly, 15 feet, 20 feet. If you continue moving counterclockwise around the pit, you can get to the Verbeeg.
If I throw my trap at her, what would you say good distance for it to like hit without?
Well, you would have to make some sort of ability check to make sure that you're able to throw it like to where you want to, and then the trap would be set off on your target. So you would have to make me like a ranged attack throw,
Yeah. Like well, because I know that ranged object like for example like the hand axe.
Yeah, like you can throw a hand axe, you're just going to throw this. And that would be a dexterity attack.
Okay. Well, so fuck it. Throw my trap at her.
So roll a d20 and then add your dexterity modifier to that.
Hello?
Yeah, what's the result?
19.
A 19. Okay. Yes. So that is you actually are going to be able to hit the Verbeeg by throwing your trap at her. The damage is going to be your base strength modifier. And it's an improvised weapon, so it's going to be a D4 plus your strength, and then the trap will also be set off.
Yes. All right. So you said D4.
Mm-hmm.
So 1, and you said plus the strength,
Plus your
which is my
strength.
modifier,
Yep.
which is a +3, so that's 4.
Okay. And then now the trap is set off. So she needs to make a dexterity 13 saving throw or be held into place. Let's see. 0 plus 7. So she'll take 1d4 point of damage from the trap, which is 4. And is held into place. Would you like to move anywhere?
Um. Free it's okay. I'm gonna move 10 feet behind her.
Okay, so you're gonna move around and get behind her. Okay. Verbeeg's turn. The Verbeeg can use its action to make a 13 strength saving check, freeing itself or another creature within reach of a success. So she's going to try and break herself free from this trap. She's got a lot of strength. Still, that's only a 12. So she grips it and tries to break free from the trap, and it snaps back on her, and she takes 1 point of damage and is still held in place.
Gurgroth, beautiful, smart bastard.
And it is now Zymot's turn.
What's her status? Like condition?
Her condition?
Yeah. Is she in a condition at all in that trap?
She just can't move.
Okay, and this is how far away from the pit is she?
She's right next to the pit on the eastern side of it, to the right of it.
Okay, let's see here. So, all right, so question. I was trying to get an answer. I couldn't see it anywhere in the literature. It says I can make an attack through my echo.
Mm-hmm.
Does grappling count as an attack?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. I will move, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm good. All right, so I'll move to the room with my movement. Then I will move Tomax over to her. And then I will attempt to do a grapple attack through my echo.
Okay, so this is going to be a, let's see, at least one of you sees the target making a grapple check instead of an attack roll, a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength. So this is a contested strengths athletics roll.
Okay. Let's see.
I have a 15.
And I got a 6.
Okay.
So yep, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if there were any conditions on her for being trapped, but
no, just can't move. It's not like she's incapacitated or anything like that.
Attack roll against a creature. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. So, and it's perfect. All right, you have final say. But would you say she's restrained? Because then that gives me advantage on any attack rolls, and then disadvantage on hers. I'm looking there.
The restrained creature's speed becomes 0. Attack rolls. I mean, her speed is definitely 0. It's held into place. Sure, yeah. I would say. Well, no, she's not restrained because she's not like tied up or anything. She can still freely move her arms, and still attack. So she's not. Nothing's hindering her from attacking. It's just she can't move. So I would say no, not restrained.
All right, no worries. Yep, that is my turn then.
Okay. Cyrus is going to use his vicious mockery. You smell of elderberries, and the Verbeeg Marauder does not save and takes some psychic damage. How much? 1d4. 4. Okay. And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. Back to the top, Akuma.
I'm gonna try to Ray of Frosted again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 22.
That's a hit.
Yeah, only 3 damage this time. And I would like to move myself to kind of like to the mouth of the cave.
All right. Gigroth, your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and rage
Mm-hmm.
as my bonus action, and then I'm going to shove her into the pit.
Okay. Let's see here. So to shove, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either knocking it prone or push it away from you, assuming you're pushing away from you. This is another contested strength athletics check.
All right, and I get it says I get advantage because of my rage.
Yep,
for strength
absolutely.
checks. Awesome.
I have a 13.
And so my first one is a 13, and my second one is 13.
Okay. Yeah, so you run up and push this Verbeeg, and it pushes her 5 feet away from you, and so she falls down into the pit. However, her leg is still caught by your trap, so she is now hanging upside down with her back against the wall of this pit. And she slams into the side of the pit and takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, so she's definitely in a pickle here. Anything else you would like to do?
Well, no, sorry, no. The shoving considered as an action. No, well, no. I guess I just get my warhammer out
Okay.
or ready on the turn.
All right, so the Verbeeg hanging there upside down, one leg in the air, swinging against the side of the pit, is going to try and do like a sit-up style, grab the trap and try to free herself from the trap, and succeeds, but falls down the rest of the way into the pit, and is going to take some more bludgeoning damage. Takes 3 more bludgeoning damage. And that is her turn. So now she's in the bottom of the pit, standing there with her spear, looking up at Gigroth, who is staring down at her. And
Can
it is yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I was just gonna like in a mocking way, I'm gonna do the that wrestler's move, to just like, what is it? It's like do that.
I do
that just to mock her.
The DX suck it sign.
There you go. There you
All
go.
right. And Zymot's turn.
How far down the? Oh no, she fell into the pit, right?
She fell into the pit. There's enough stuff piled up that she's about 15 feet down.
Who's left in this turn in the initiative order?
You and then Cyrus.
I guess I'll hold my action if you guys want to talk to her. I guess that was the point of trapping her. So I'm just gonna hold. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Oh, that was the point?
Oh, I thought we were just gonna kill her.
Oh, all right. Then I will. No, I don't
Stabby
want to
stab.
use my. Nope, I don't want to use my spears. Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action anyways.
Okay. Cyrus is going to make fun of her again. She fails her wisdom save and takes 2 points of damage. She's still well and alive, and we're back at the top. Unless you want to insert yourself, Zymot.
No, I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. Akuma, your turn.
Now we're gonna try to firebolt her now that she's in this pit.
Mm-hmm.
17. Why? Oh, that's Gigrock, not me. 12.
A 12. 12 does not hit.
All right. I'll take like another step back from the edge, just so she can't chuck that spear.
Okay. Gigroth.
I'm gonna step back so she can't hit me with the spear as well, and I'm just gonna switch over to my javelin.
Okay.
And switching weapons it's considered a turn, correct?
Yep, that's considered your action.
Yeah, all right. And on my next turn, that's when I can attack with, correct?
Yep.
All right, then that's all I'm gonna do.
Verbeek's turn. She's gonna try and climb up out of the pit. Let's see. So climbing speed. She basically spends her entire turn. Well, I guess I need to make a strength athletics. Oh God, a 3. Never mind. She tries climbing up the side of the wall of the pit and slides back down. That's her turn. Zymot, your turn.
Dodge action.
Mm-hmm. Cyrus is going to continue to make fun of her. She saves this time. Akuma, your turn.
Firebolt.
Yep. Just ping, 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 ping.
At 20.
All right, let's see some double damage now.
Wait, and when? Huh? What happened that I get to roll 2 d10s?
Because you you got a crit, right?
Yeah. But it's showing in here that I just. Oh, never mind. It was because that's cool. It naturally does the crit. So yeah, 14.
14 points of damage. Okay. This Verbeek is still up. Gigroth, your turn.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at her.
Chuck it down into the hole at her.
Yes, indeedly. When it comes to the javelin, would that be is that like a strength weapon, or is that like a dexterity?
Let me see here. Are you throwing it, or are you just stabbing down at it?
No, I'd have to throw it because it has a reach of 5 feet, and she's 15.
Okay, so weapon is thrown property. You can throw the weapon to make a ranged attack. If the weapon is a melee weapon, you use the same ability modifier for that attack roll. So you're still going to use your strength to throw it.
Awesome.
Because this is a melee weapon.
And since it's going to be my first attack in my turn, I'm going to do a reckless attack, so I get that
advantage.
Yep. All right. The first number is a 19. Second.
What was the second?
The second number is 20.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
All right. So let's.
It's 1d6 piercing plus your rage bonus plus your strength modifier.
Which is 7 piercing damage.
Okay. Verbeek's turn. Going to try and climb out. And gets out of the pit. And is now at the side right by where Gigroth is. And is going to take her spear and make an attack against Gigroth. This is +6 to hit. That's a 25.
Yes, that hits.
3d6 plus 4. So that's 4, 10, 11, 15 damage.
All right.
And is going to attack again with her spear.
Oh, her what kind of an attack is it?
It's a strength attack. It's a melee attack.
No, like what kind of like a property is like a slash, pierce, bludgeoning,
It is piercing.
piercing, half of 15. Do you round up or down?
Round down.
Math.
Seven.
Have
7.
Yeah, 7.
And the second attack is going to miss. Zymot, your turn.
I will attempt to grapple through Tomax.
Okay. So you're going to summon
17?
Tomax right next. Well, I guess Tomax was already there because he tried grappling her.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
Tomax is standing by the pit. Yep. Okay. Contested. That's an 11.
All right, she's grappled.
Okay.
Right? And then I would like to throw Tomax and her back into the pit,
All right. So
like the Suicide Zangief pile driver.
yes, love it. So Tomax wraps around and then I don't know, probably says something witty like "We're going down," and then jumps down into the pit and body slams her into the ground. Both of you are going to take both Tomax and the Verbeeg are going to take 1d4 worth of bludgeoning damage. And that's going to be 3 points of damage.
Tomax disappears.
And the Verbeeg's back in the pit.
So bumbled
Quick
on
que-
lover, you know?
Oh, that was
Quick-
awesome.
Quick question, Nick.
Yeah.
Because the Verbeeg is in my my radius, by her moving it, like being moved into the pit,
Mhm.
does that also give me a chance to, like, as he's moving her, do like an opportunity attack?
No, if something gets forced out of range of someone, it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I like as she's falling, could I just take my javelin back?
You want to so as a reaction, you want to grab out. Well, the javelin's in the pit, right? Because you chucked it down into the pit at her.
Yeah. Well, I was assuming it was like piercing her, so like it's somewhere on her body.
Sure. Make a yeah, this will work. Make a dexterity saving throw. No, just a regular dexterity check to see if you can
Dexterity.
grab your javelin as she's on her way down with Tomax.
Yeah. No, I doubt it. That's a 7.
Okay. That's a negative. You try to reach out. Oh, there's my javelin and miss, and they go tumbling down in. Cyrus turns his turn. Cyrus makes fun of her again, and she saves. Akuma, this Verbeeg is still very healthy and still very alive.
An 11, that doesn't hit.
No, an 11 would not.
Man, I don't have anything to get this job done faster either. Alright, end my turn.
Okay, Gigroth.
Darn it. I was gonna say, let me throw my alchemist fire flask into the pit.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, the thing is all she needs to do is make a DC 10 of dexterity check to extinguish the flames.
Right, but that's her turn, right?
Yeah, on her turn.
Right. So she won't. So if she uses her turn to like put out the flames, she won't be able to attack.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's throw a flask in there. Alchemist fire flask in there.
All right. And I can't find it here. Do you have that and what exactly it does?
Yeah. Okay, so it's this sticky adhesive fluid ignites when exposed to air. As an action, you can throw this flask up to 20 feet, shattering it on impact. Make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating this alchemist fire as an improvised weapon. On hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage. At the start of each of its turns, a creature can end this damage by using its action to make a DC 10 dexterity check, extinguish the flame.
Okay, cool. Yep. So do that. Make your attack roll. And because oh no, you'd have to use reckless attack to get your advantage.
Correct. Thank you for reminding me that. Because I'm safe above ground. I mean, I'm safe above the pit. So I'm going to do exactly that.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Since I'm throwing it, I would use it my strength, correct?
Yeah, you can use your strength for this.
Okay, so that's 7.
That's the first roll, or that's your best roll?
That's my best roll. I got a nat 1 and then I got a 3.
Yikes. All right. Yeah, so you throw this and you miss. It still shatters on the ground. It ignites the fire on the ground in this refuse pit. But you also see that all the discarded clothing and everything in this pit begins to catch fire, and this fire starts spreading inside this pit.
That was the plan all along. I didn't want to hit. If I would have hit her, that'd have been great. But like, I thought about that. Like, what if I ignited the pit on fire? Oh, that would have been lovely. And you made my wishes come true. Thank you, Santa.
All right. Verbeek's turn. Verbeek, seeing this pit is on fire, is going to try and climb out. Definitely fails. And is gonna. That's it. Tries to climb out of the pit. Does not. Zymot, your turn.
Bonus action: summon Echo next to her, and
Mhm.
then attack through my Echo with my glaive.
Okay.
For a miss 7.
All right. That is a miss.
And all right, that is my turn.
Let's see what Cyrus has.
Shatter.
I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking is shatter.
Shatter all the bones, bone splinters everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Jesus! There's so much stuff in there.
Yep. Okay, so Cyrus is going to use his last second level spell to do shatter. A Constitution saving throw. That is a 12. Does that do it? No, 13 is the save DC. So, okay. 3d8 thunder damage. Wait, am I in the right thing? Yeah, I am in the right thing. 8, 12, and plus 5 is 17 points. And all of these skulls and bones and everything in the pit just shatter apart. And let's see. Okay. And that just causes the fire to spread even more and much more quickly in this pit. So this pit is now encompassed in flame, and it is now Akuma's turn.
I'll just throw my measly firebolt at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 18. So
That's a
making
hit.
Progress. 5 damage.
Inching ever so closely to death. Gigroth, your turn.
All right. I'm just gonna whip out the warhammer and just get in a pose that's like I'm just watching this for fun. So like, here's my warhammer, and I'm just like this watching.
just take a pose. All right. Like, you know what's coming up. All right, and then finally it is the Verbeek's turn. So first of all, we need some fire damage from this alchemist fire. How much is it? It's 1d4.
1d, correct.
1d4. All right. Tomax and the Verbeek are going to take 2 points of damage.
I'm out.
And she's going to try and get out of the pit and
Um,
succeeds this time.
I wanted to ask real quick about while all that smoke is just going on, is she being being hindered at all because she's inhaling the smoke
Not
and
yet.
all the fire?
Not yet.
Okay.
She succeeds in getting out of the pit and is now standing next to you, Gigroth.
I'm gonna take my action and like swing at her.
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Yeah. I'm gonna swing at her and try to knock her back into the pit. Is that possible?
After her turn is up,
Okay.
you can insert yourself back into the order.
Okay.
Okay, so she's gonna take her swing at you with a spear, Gigroth. 7 plus 7 is a 14.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. And a second swing. 6 plus 7 is 13. Does not hit. So you want to insert yourself back, Gigroth, and you want to take a big ol' wallop with your hammer right now.
Yes. And I'm gonna use reckless attack again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me. First, I gotta equip Warhammer. So the first one is 20 with mod, and my second one is 10 with mod. So there's a 20 hit.
A 20 does hit.
Awesome. All right.
See that damage?
Let's see. 6 damage. 6 bludgeoning damage.
You don't knock her into the pit with your force, but she kind of like falls over and slumps down when you bring the hammer down on her, and then as she like falls down to the floor to her knees and then rolls over into the pit and gets encompassed in flame by all the refuse that's on fire in the pit. And Mrs. Verbeek is now dead.
Geralt did something.
All right. We're going to call a break there after that very extensive fight. The entire Verbeek lair has been cleared. Everything seems to be on the up and up for the party. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Don't go anywhere. We will be back and see what happens as our heroes presumably make their way back to Goodmead. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it very, very much. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you sticking around. Our heroes, our group of intrepid heroes, has just dispatched Mrs. Verbeek and are now, I guess, it's up to you guys what you want to do. You spent some time collecting things and getting your dog sleds ready. What all would you like to bring back with you?
All the bodies.
Like full bodies of the Verbeek and Ogre as well?
No, just the humans.
Just the humans?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Including the group of 5 you found in the forest?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Gigroth, would you mind grabbing Doug's head?
Yes, indeedly. And I will use my hand axe to just.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you got this, I don't know, basketball size, probably even bigger size Verbeek head that you can carry back with you.
And I'm assuming. Oh, could I check that basket that she that Miss Verbeek had?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you see it had a whole bunch of shiny metal bits. They're like metal fragments. They're all different shapes and sizes. Make me a Arcana check as you're checking these things out.
Can I get Cyrus's help with?
Get Cyrus's help? Sure. Yeah, Cyrus can help you.
Awesome. Let's. I've got my highest one was a 13.
A 13. Okay. They just look like shards of metal to you. You can approximate a value to them. All total, you think that you could get 75 gold for all of them from like a tinker or a blacksmith.
I would like to also pick up the pieces and be like, oh, let me look at it and make an Arcana check as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead.
21.
Okay. You notice that this metal is not something that you would expect to find on this world. Like it's not Chardalyn. It's not Chardalyn, but it's definitely not something that is native to Faerun or this. It's nothing like you've ever seen before.
Are there any markings on it or anything?
There are not.
Yeah, we should stash this. I mean, if this is something like there's a deposit of around here that this Burbeek found it from, like AI would be interested in that.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So you've got all sorts of stuff piled up on your dog sleds. Are you going to head back to Good? Excuse me. Are you going to head back to Goodmead or somewhere else?
I suggest. Well, what is the conditions outside right now?
I mean, it's cold. It's so right now as you're leaving, it's actually like midday or like mid morning of the next day. Between all of your traveling to Targos and back and trying to find this place, it has been like almost 30 hours since you guys have taken a rest, and you have I'm going to impose level 1 of exhaustion. And what that's going to do is disadvantage on ability checks.
Then my suggestion would be let's take a rest here. That now that we've cleared out the, let's take a rest. And I was gonna suggest let's. Hopefully, there's no like snow. It's not like snowing really badly, so maybe we could even track where she came from to see if we can find some more of these metals that she found.
It's 5 days until the election.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's enough time to get how far's travel are we from town at this point, being in the middle of the woods?
I mean, it took, when you finally got to the woods, it took you like 8 hours to find this place. However, now that you kind of are aware of your surroundings, you can backtrack where you found the bodies, pick those up on your way back in. You know, I don't want to give you a time, but you think you would be much better equipped to find your way back when you make your check to your survival check to try and find your way back into town.
And we have disadvantage on that check.
Hmm.
Do you have any important rolls left?
No, not in my notes, which I thought was weird. Did we use that nat 20 we had?
I feel like Cyrus used it.
Yeah, didn't
I
you
could be
use
wrong,
it
but
to?
I feel like Cyrus used it.
I think.
Yeah, so we're juiced.
Yeah, I think you used it to like spy on one of the conversations with Shanderfroth.
Yep. So yeah, I think you're right, Gigroth. It's probably best that we get some sort of like short rest or something here. Then
Yeah.
feed out.
Okay, so are you going to short rest or are you going to long rest?
The short rest, get rid of the exhaustion.
Finishing a long rest reduces a creature's exhaustion by 1, provided that creature also has ingested some food and drink. Being raised from the dead also reduces exhaustion level by 1.
Well, we've got
So
plenty of beef.
no, a short rest will not do it. You'd have to set up camp and take a long rest here. Or you could make the way back into town with your disadvantage and, find a good spot to make a night's rest or a day's rest, I guess at this point.
It's probably like equal time, don't you guys think? Like between by the time we stumble through here, all sleep and exhausted, and versus
Yeah.
like just taking the long rest and making sure we don't have disadvantage on our survival rolls to get out.
I agree. Yeah, I'd rather just long rest here. We already cleared out any possible threats. We'll put a guard up.
And
Okay.
I need to attune with this wand.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you do have a campfire in here. You do have, like this Verbeeg had like a makeshift blanket and straw bed and whatnot. So you could definitely set up camp in this Verbeeg's lair.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Set up
okay.
a long rest here.
Okay. Akuma, I need you. You are going to attune with this wand.
Yes, please.
Okay. So first off, what I need from you is to roll a d6.
Can't do it. It's a 2.
It's a 2? All right. And then finally, go ahead and, click all the things that you need to give yourself a long rest, except you, Akuma. You do not get the benefits of a long rest. So you do not regain your spell slots. You will not regain any health. You will
No attunement.
You are attuned to the wand, but as you sleep, let me find my page in the book here. As you sleep, no, not East Haven, Goodmead. Here we are. You are haunted by phantasmal nightmares in your sleep. And your sleep is very, very restless as you have these nightmares. And so you do not get the benefits of a long rest.
Do I get my portent rolls?
You do, yes. I don't know. You get portent rolls after you complete a long rest?
Yes.
You don't get those.
Damn.
I was hoping for like at least disadvantage on them or something. Even that's good. So I guess no portent rolls is.
Pay the piper at some point. You're rolling pretty good up until now.
I don't want to wear this anymore.
You're free to take it off whenever you want.
Do I learn anything from the nightmares?
Make me an Arcana check.
Do I feel like there's any message in them? A 10.
A 10? You do not think that the source of the nightmares is from your necklace.
Interesting. It's just like a tracking device.
I don't know.
Does Cyrus have lesser restoration he can cast on you?
So does this mean I'm still exhausted then too?
Yep, sure does.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's
Bad face.
That's really bad for you.
Is there a way?
Cyrus does
is there a way
not
for
have.
Gigra?
Cyrus does not have lesser restoration, anything like that.
Okay.
Is there a way for Gigroth to like do something to help him relax? Some way.
You want to like go over, massage his shoulders,
Yeah,
and
That's
like
exactly what I was thinking. Giving
do
him a massage or anything like that, or like as he's resting, laying his head, I have his head. I'm just caressing. Hush, little Kuma.
Don't touch
say
my
a
horns.
word.
Don't touch him.
It doesn't help, at least not in any of these ailments. But I mean, you might think it helps, Gigroth. So you're willing to continue to do this.
No, it's not happening.
It's. I mean, it's up to
He's
Akuma how he feels about this, but
just like,
he's very
you know,
against it.
just
It-
like it takes my whole hand to like grab one of his fingers and just like use shocking grasp,
pulls
like,
it off.
like that nice like little static cling. It's just like somebody's dragging their feet.
Like, don't
Oh
touch me.
goddamn! He wanted to firebolt me.
No, it's shocking grasp. It was just little.
Yeah, just a little. Not enough to like deal any damage to you, but
I'll say to Akuma, what is this electric?
Pick up your feet when you walk, Gigroth. That's what.
okay.
Okay.
What would you like to do? You can try and make your way back into town now.
Well, how far is it from where we're at back to?
It's hard to say. The amount of time it takes you is going to depend on your survival check. The better your survival check, the better you'll be able to navigate this woods to back into town.
Because what I wanted to do was I wanted to track those. I wanted to see if there were still any tracks from when Miss Verbeek came back from with those medals.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do. I don't know about you guys. Because I feel like Gigroth can just go scout it, see where they lead, and then meet y'all back over there at the town.
Okay. Make me a survival check to see if you can like notice any tracks or Verbeek tracks out in the snow.
15.
You don't see any. So between the 8 hour between your 8 hour rest and getting back out there, like the conditions with the wind blowing and snow falling, any tracks that there might have been covered up. So
Okay.
unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to find your way or find these Verbeek tracks from wherever she was.
Does Gigroth remember what direction she was coming?
And she was coming from the south. At least that's where you saw her approaching the cave. But I mean, that's very, very near. That where else she was coming from could be anywhere. It would be very, very difficult to try and figure out where she was coming from or where she got these fragments from.
I'm just hoping this is like this is my thought process. If they had barely found out, if they didn't know where these items were beforehand, they would need to mark their way to and from until they actually learned the path. So my thinking, maybe they mark the trees or they have little marking signs that lead them to there. But we could always come back and if y'all want. Kind of want to.
Okay. So you're gonna shelve that for now and make your way back into Goodmead.
What does the party think?
Yes.
Yes. What about you, Akuma?
Yeah, we've only got like 4 days at this point. I want to find out where the metal came from, but this election's pretty important.
Oh, right. There's an election. Okay. Yeah. That's.
Yep, an election in
okay.
4 days. Absolutely. Okay. Make me a survival check. So this is going to be a group effort. So everyone is going to make me this survival check. But because you've already navigated these woods, make it with advantage. So Akuma, the disadvantage from your exhaustion and the advantage from your knowledge are going to cancel each other out. So Gigroth and Zymot make it with advantage. Akuma, you're just a straight survival roll.
17.
Okay.
15.
Oh, quick question, Nick. How many goats and sheep did you say that we had?
Well, there are, after Akuma's spell wears off that was hiding some, there are 7 goats and 6 sheep.
20 plus mod.
Okay. Yes, you guys are able to expertly navigate these woods, and even with all of the bodies, 5 or 6 bodies, including Shander Frost, all these goats, all these sheeps, the casks of mead, and all of the supplies and everything that you are carrying back on these dog sleds, you are able to get back into Goodmead in about 4 hours. So that puts you at like 8 in the evening or so, as you stroll into the town of Goodmead. And as you go through the streets of Goodmead, you can see so there are some people in the streets. I mean, Goodmead's not a very big town, we know, about 100 people or so, but people in their homes that are already home, you can see them in shock as you are coming back into town.
Does Gigroth notice the amount of people like starting to go like
Oh,
gasping
yeah.
is hey, look.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
it's very noticeable. There's a couple of
Alright.
people in the streets. There's people in their houses. As you're going through the main road, that runs through Goodmead. Yeah, people are definitely taking notice of you 3 or of you 4.
Okay. We have the old speaker's body, correct?
The old speakers.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Yeah.
play it off like we didn't know that we had him because we never really saw him.
Okay. All right.
Not the old speaker's body, but Shander Froth, who is the guy who is going to run against Cyrus. You have his body.
Oh no, no. I meant like I meant the speaker who went out on that delivery trip and he got killed by the Verbig.
No, you do not. No, you don't have his body. No.
No. Okay. No. It just I just kind of wanted to like to improve our what is it? Not our status, but our relationship with the people. I just want to be like, this is the Verbeeg that we killed. I've got his head, and we also brought back the body of your beloved speaker, or beloved old.
Yeah, you don't have the speaker's body, but you can definitely do that. We killed the Verbeeg, and we have the remains or the bodies of the the party that went out after him. So it's not the speaker's body, but there's definitely you have the materials to basically be able to say something along those same lines.
Right. Okay. Fantastic.
And you want to do that as you parade through the streets?
Yeah. I just want to be like, this is what we did. This is how we do.
and on everyone, the few people that are out in the streets definitely taking notice. Is there somewhere you would like to go into town?
As Gigroth's doing that, I'll make sure to be like, and it's all because of this guy, and point to Cyrus. It was all his idea and his plan.
All right. Yeah, and Cyrus with it. Yes. Oh, yes. It was me, and Cyrus is throwing charisma checks everywhere and passing them with flying colors, as everyone is taking notice of this party bringing back the head of the Verbeeg.
Oh shoot! I should have cut off the other lady's head too to show that there was 2.
Is there somewhere specific into town, like the mead hall or the shrine? Any place you'd like to go?
I mean, so are people out and about at this point, or are we better off waiting till tomorrow to like really announce it to the town and stuff?
People
Nick,
are
'cause I know there's only like 4 hours of daylight and it's unbelievably cold.
Yeah, so it's basically the end of the day. People who have come are like going home from the mead hall who were there drinking. There might be some stragglers there. But it's dark out. I mean, we're basically in evening time. Most of the people that you are seeing are in their homes looking out their windows at you. The people that you see out in the streets are the ones that are en route to their house.
What do you think, Akuma? Wait till tomorrow or start spreading the word now?
I think we've done like a good job of it already, like the little interaction we've had, but like probably just like grab a room and
Yeah, we can go back to that inn the bar / inn, and then that way we can also tell the bartender what we had going on. So maybe he spreads the word. So tomorrow when we make the actual like official announcement, we have more people there.
we can like make a spectacle out of like breaking the casks open for the mead we recovered or something, and like serving everybody a drink in memory of the old speaker. And
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yep,
For sure.
that's the plan. So yeah, we're gonna go grab 2 rooms at the inn.
Okay. Let's see here. This place. So the mead hall is definitely where there's like the tap room there. As you enter the mead hall, there's a couple of people. There's like 2 or 3 people in there just finishing their last drink. There's the bartender. There's the chick bartender, and I don't have her I don't have her name. I totally forget. I botched that. Who was there last time? And as you enter, there is an audible shock as the 4 of you enter this, because it's been 2 days. It's essentially been 2 days since you were there and you hadn't returned. Everyone kind of figured, and the bartender behind the counter says, "You're back. We thought you were dead."
Well, we almost came close to it, but thankfully to the level-headedness and quick thinking of our good friend Cyrus here, we managed to survive just fine.
And you bring back the stolen goods, the stolen mead.
Aye, that we do. And plus some.
And what of the Verbeeg? Is the problem solved?
Gigaroth?
I pull out the head and be like, "Fuck yeah, it's solved."
And the few people that are in there, they the couple of people, they're just speechless. And the bartender comes out from behind the counter and offers to is wanting to shake all of your hands. And as he's making the rounds, he says, "You adventurers, you have done a great service for our settlement, for our town of Goodmead. Please, it would be my honor if you were be our guests tonight. Please, any room you need is yours."
Extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. We would take... is it possible to get a room apiece? I do not want to strain your resources this evening.
He says, absolutely, no issue at all, no problem at all. We have limited rooms here, but they are all of yours. Whatever you need. He says, tomorrow we will celebrate. We will celebrate the return of you. And he says, Cyrus, or he motions to the elf. I don't know if he would actually remember Cyrus's name.
Well, I mean, I just called him by his name now when I patted him on the back, and I was like, Cyrus.
And he says, Cyrus, believe me when I say you will have my vote come the upcoming elections. And the few people in the mead hall still here, and they're clinking glasses and what revelry you can have with a couple of people.
Right. I say 3 cheers for Cyrus. Cyrus. And I pick him up and I put him on my shoulder. Cyrus.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely. So you have a free place to stay here at the mead hall. You can make your way to your rooms. You can do whatever you would like at this point.
I guess I'll try to turn in and get another rest in.
Yeah, same.
Okay. All right. So We another 8 hours of sleep. Akuma, you have these same nightmares, and you do not get a full night's rest, and you suffer an additional level of exhaustion.
What happens at level 2?
Your speed is halved.
Oh,
I'm
luckily
gonna
the
take
speed
this
of your
thing
mouth is
off.
still good.
You're going to take the necklace off?
Yeah, I wake up like having these nightmares and everything. I'm just gonna take this necklace off.
Okay. Before you do, because it is the morning, I need you to roll me a d6.
Oh, I do get to roll?
Yeah, you still roll a d6.
But I don't get the benefits. A 1.
A 1, you say? Oh, Billy. Okay. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw.
18.
18. Oh, you are so lucky. Okay. Same thing. You're able to determine that your nightmares that you were having, these same nightmares that kept you from getting a night's rest, are not connected to your Chardolin amulet. You hear a voice in your head as you wake up the next morning, and it says, Akuma, so nice of you to join us. It is great to have a follower with your abilities. Please, I call upon you. You are suffering exhaustion, and I call upon you in this time of need. Do you? He says, I can help you with your nightmares. I know much.
What do you ask in return?
Only your devotion.
I really don't want to botch this whole thing with Levistus. I really want a table talk, but I don't feel
Oh,
like that's
you
in the
are
spirit of the
alone
game.
in your room.
Just anything that's gonna let me sleep.
You say this to the voice?
Yes.
Okay. So you agree?
Yes, please, just let me sleep. Make it go away.
Okay. All right. You feel this magic wash over you, and you're almost as if a curse is being removed from you. Both levels of your exhaustion are gone. You can also feel heat radiating from your amulet, and you have cold resistance now. You are also lawful evil now. Your alignment is changed to lawful evil.
Seems like a fair trade.
Yes. So as this lawful evil character, you now crave power and try to exert control over others by either being cruel or manipulative.
Oh, so no change at all.
All right. So do I get to roll my d20s now?
Yeah, you gain all of the benefits of that long rest now.
Okay. So get my my wild magic back. Tiny camp. Couple d20s. A 10 and an 18. Stash those over here. All right, I'm gonna go downstairs and get me a cup of coffee, even though I don't really feel like I need it.
The curse that was lifted from you, you know now fully that it came from the wand that you stole from the tomb.
What?
Yeah.
Aw, snap.
So did it remove that curse from the wand?
Yes. Well, the curse was bestowed upon you for stealing the wand out of the grave.
Wait a minute. So has Cyrus need to be? What about Cyrus's pearl of power?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a good night's rest either.
He's not. Oh my goodness. He doesn't have to take them.
Yeah, and you hear as you walk down. And you're to go get some morning coffee, maybe some morning mead, that voice in your head says, oh man, what do I want Levistus to say to you? There's so many things. He just says, the Dwergar are still a threat at large.
Correct.
That is your number one priority.
It is.
It is now. My
So got this
it is now, my child.
Am I allowed to be like lawful evil with Levistus?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Like you are a follower. Like for all intent and purposes, you are essentially a follower of Levistus now.
Oh, so I'm not allowed to like take like that evil twist and like be that way with him, like free will. There's no free will here.
Oh, okay. I will say because you passed your charisma check, you can be that way. But you are still evil. You will still be lawful evil, but you can be evil in your own way. Had you failed that charisma check, you would just be a follower of Levistus, essentially his puppet.
Oh, it was a good 18 then.
Good job, Akuma.
Yeah, we're we need this election. We need good mead. It's another base of operation to attack the Dwarger.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I gotta make a note of something on my calendar here. Okay. All right.
That's not a good thing.
Okay. So you say to Levistus, or you say to the group that about the Dwergar.
Yeah, I guess if I'm not talking back to Levistus, just remind the group that like, hey, anybody seen any Dwerger lately? Still got to take care of the Dwerger. Kind of look like I'm jonesing, like
Yes, we will take care of that as soon as we are done with the election, my friend. Way to keep us on target.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thinking, Akuma.
Anybody need any coffee?
Yeah. So the meat hall is starting to fill up as people are coming in for breakfast before they go out to fish, before they go out to their various duties and jobs. Some of them who work here in the mead hall, some of them who work as fishermen, some of them who work as loggers. I guess there wouldn't be too many fishermen here. Most would be loggers.
Jedi, did you happen to take note of everything that we brought back from the cave?
I did not. Nick, would you be able to copy and paste that into our chat?
Yeah, definitely. I can do that after the session. I'll be sure to let you guys know everything that you got.
Okay, cool. Do I happen? Is there anybody in Good Mead that like that's a farmer or like would need use of goats and sheep?
I mean, they could be used for meat. You could. I mean, sure. Yeah, there would be. Yeah, livestock. There would be people here. I mean, the Verbeeks. You would think that like they're clearly not wild. They're not wild sheep. They're not wild goats. You know, the Verbeeg would have stolen these from from the just the way that they raided the mead. They would have raided other travelers as well.
Gigroth,
Gotcha.
I really think that our friends at the Black Sword would appreciate these sheep. We should really take them back to Caer Denival.
Well, Gigroth will respond with, "Why do you say that?"
We're trying to grow our operation in Caer Denival, and like having some, wool for clothing. It's cold, and some steady food. Goat's milk makes cheese. I bet you like cheese. You know, this is
And
good for a permanent operation.
right when he says cheese, it's just like everything else, yeah, that he said, like he just ignores and then he focuses on like the fact that he can get cheese. So he's like,
Yes.
"All right, great." It's like, "Yes, cheese."
Okay.
I see that manipulation kept kicking in, Akuma.
And you guys also notice that Cyrus is like he's not looking too good. He just looks tired and is dragging ass as he comes down to join you.
Cyrus, get a hold of yourselves, man. This is your big day. Look good.
I'm sorry. I just could not get a good night's sleep. Too many nightmares and terrors. Ugh, it's just bad. Luckily today, as long as we can take a day off of adventuring and running around and stuff, that would be amazing.
Hey, you got that
know-
pearl on you?
Yeah. Why?
You got to get rid of it, man.
What? What? Huh? Why?
There's some sort of curse of the mummy tomb thing on it, man. Like I was having the same exact nightmares.
What do you suggest?
Just stash it somewhere. Stash it back in your room. Something. We'll come back for it later, but like stash it, get rid of it. Go sell it. Something.
We could put it in one of the sleds if you like, and keep it there for safekeeping.
I don't know. This thing's pretty awesome, and what this thing does now that he's attuned to it, what it does is it allows him to regain a spell slot, and in in non-metagame terms, Cyrus explains like, I mean, that sounds pretty awesome, right? Like I could make some good use out of this, but if you insist, I guess I can.
You don't have to take my word for it. Just, stash it on the sled and go back upstairs and try to take one of your naps.
But I'm going to miss the party tonight.
It's like 8 in the morning, dude. We're drinking coffee.
Okay. If you insist, and Cyrus goes back up.
He doesn't have to take full. He's got that race trait or something. He doesn't have to take a full rest.
Yeah. To get a long rest, he only has to take 4 hours.
Nice.
He goes because he's an elf. He goes into a trance. He doesn't actually sleep. It's like meditation.
Isn't that convenient?
But he still doesn't gain the effect of the long rest as long as he has this item here.
I'm gonna after hearing Akuma mention the whole curse thing, Gigroth says, "Well, isn't there like a shrine of something in Good Meat? Maybe they can remove the curse.
Are you saying this out loud, or you just like, there is a shrine. There's the shrine of the flaming sword. In Goodmead.
Yeah. Yeah. Gergoff will like not say it out loud, but just mention it. Like, maybe at the shrine of the flaming sword, we can get it. What is it? I don't know. Maybe the priest can perform a ritual to remove the curse
Mm-hmm.
or something.
Okay, and it's literally across the street from the mead hall. If you look at your map of Goodmead, yeah, it's right on the shore. It's basically right across the street from the mead hall. If you want to go there.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to try to see if it'll work out? Akuma, Gigroff will say that to Akuma. Hey, do you want to see if they can probably remove the curse? I know you're not affected by it anymore, but maybe we can see if it'll work for little old Cyrus.
Maybe we should take him because I guess he took it, so maybe it's not the item that's cursed, and maybe I misunderstood. And maybe it's him that's cursed.
True. So I'll be like, "Hey, Cyrus, get back down here."
No, and he shakes his head and, okay, yeah, what? And walks down.
We're going to church.
Great. Okay. And he's just like full on exhausted. So you guys are gonna go across the street to the shrine of the flaming sword.
Is that
Yes.
is that a yes?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So you guys make your way over there. This building, it's got a big crow haunted steeple protruding from its peak, and then the mead hall, which is pretty well cared for. This shrine is painted icons of the god of war wielding a flaming sword. On it, it's a wooden building. It's kind of chipped away and faded, and this spacious interior is mostly empty, except in the middle there is a very long table. And then it looks like there's a body on the table with a blanket pulled over top of it.
Okay.
There is a couple standing at the table with their heads bowed and their their hands crossed down in front of their bodies, just kind of like just observing this table and whatever's on it.
After you, get Groff.
I will like I'll just knock on the wood. He's like, "Hello, sorry if we're interrupting. Is now a good time?
And
Is
then
he dead?"
the two individuals will wave you and please come in. We are just mourning Speaker Kendrick Reelsbarrow.
Oh, okay. And do I happen to know what the speaker looks like?
He
Like
was
before
he was a human, but he was very, very large. He was a very large man. And you can piece it together that that's who is lying on this table with the blanket pulled over him.
All right, I would say my condolences to all his family and friends. Could we perhaps take a minute of your time?
And the couple kind of like look at each other and look at you and say, sure, please, yeah, that's. I don't know what we can do to help. How can we help? And they're a little confused at your request.
Well, are they? I was assuming the two couple were like the priest and or like whoever's in charge of the shrine. I guess
they're actually in common clothes.
Oh, okay. My apologies. Then I will retract that.
You can still talk with them if you'd like.
Yeah. No, just take a minute of your time. Is there like a priest or a priestess in charge of the shrine that we could talk to?
No, this shrine was built, over a century ago, but it's not operational. No one it's there's no caretaker for this shrine. It's primarily used as just an altar or a building where when individuals pass to mourn their loss before they are buried.
I s- Well, I apologize for interrupting your morning. Please don't mind us. And I'm just gonna is it just like, is there like an under, like, is there like a basement? Is there like some scrolls?
It is mostly empty. It is one story. There's very very high ceilings, but there's no like other rooms with which to go, and it's one big open room.
No, okay. Then I'm just gonna.
The
Sorry for bothering you. Back out.
and they actually ask and say, are you searching for a priest? Do you need the services of a priest?
Yes, I do. Trying to help a friend of mine. He's not feeling well, and some forces could intervening. So we would like to have gotten him blessed or
Well,
of some sort.
the only house or shrine that I know of that's operational in all of 10 towns is and while there are many shrines within 10 towns, the only one I know that's operational is the House of the Morning Lord in Bryn Shander.
All right, and I thank them for their time. Again, I condolences to his friends and family. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you. May you find what you're looking for.
Appreciate it. I'm just gonna walk out, and it's like, all right, guys. Well, I got a lead of where we can go. Sorry, Cyrus. You can go back up to you.
Okay.
And I'll yell to him. It's the thought that counts.
All right. So you guys gonna head back to the meat hall then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And as people are coming in and leaving, the bartender approaches you and says, "So tonight," he says, "tonight we celebrate your victory over the one who killed our previous speaker. We will drink and be merry. How would you prefer to celebrate? Is there anything we can do to make this celebration in all of yours honor and Cyrus's honor more enjoyable for the night?"
I think we should really take some of that mead that we rescued from the Verbeegs and take a moment of silence and a drink to honor the late speaker.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely. Is there anything else? Any other special preparations you need made?
Simply to, I feel like the town needs a win here. So if we could raise morale and invite as many of those that are able to, I think it would really help the celebration and honor the late speaker.
And he says, "Oh, that'll be no problem at all." And the speaker stands up and says, because there's a dozen or so people in the mead hall, and says, "Hey everyone, tonight after work to this evening, be here, spread the word, for we celebrate the arrival of Cyrus and his group of adventurers who have defeated the Verbeeg, and we celebrate in their honor." He says, "That'll do it."
I must warn you though, we did bring back other adventurers and travelers that had the unfortunate or misfortune of coming across the Verbeeg. So if we can identify them and have them sent out to their loved ones, I think they could find some solace and be honored this evening as well.
He says, "Sure. And he says to the barmaiden and says, "Will you go back and get Olivessa? She's been here a while, and she will be more than happy to assist you in that matter." And so the barmaid bows and goes in the back. And after a couple of minutes, reemerges with Olivessa. And she says, this middle-aged woman, she's got a thick wool scarf on, and she, pulls it down over her mouth, and she says, "I've heard of your return. She said, my friend said that you had some task for me to do?"
Yes. As we slayed the Verbeek that has been cursing the town, we also came across the bodies of a few others that have come across such poor luck of crossing this Verbeek. I would like to see them return to their families and loved ones in proper respect and honor.
Oh, absolutely. I suppose. I mean, I have been here, and my family has been here for a very long time. I can absolutely help you with that.
Yeah, and I guess I'll go ahead and take my leave, guys, and lead her out to the sled that has the bodies.
Okay. And she says to you as you're walking out of the tavern, she says, I make casks for the mead, but some of my friends, she says, I know your friend Cyrus is planning on running for speaker, and no doubt has the support of this town. But Shander Froth has also made many friends, and he will be a formidable opponent. Some say he's untrustworthy. I don't know him that well, but I have been urged to run against him. But I have no interest in the speakership. You seem like you would be a good leader. And she motions to Cyrus as he's just as he's just super tired, super groggy. You seem like you would be a good leader. You have my vote as well.
You honor us, my lady. I beg you. I've traveled with him for many moons, and he has seemed to earn my trust, and that is not easily given. May the democracy of this town reign true, and who the people find the best leader shall reign supreme in the election.
And as you finish that sentence, you're now at your dog sleds, where you have bodies lined up, or they're presented however you would like.
On the way out, can we grab like one or two other Muldoons to help us carry out? Because there was 5 travelers plus Froth. Yep. So yeah, we'll grab a couple of bodies to help us with the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
We'll grab warm bodies to help us with the cold bodies.
Okay. All right. So
until there's no body.
So a couple of the individuals were they're like, as you're like removing the claws and some of the warm bodies to help you move them, they're able to identify. But as you remove the sheet and reveal Shander Froth's body, an audible gasp from Olivessa. That's
while they're doing that,
okay.
Because I have. Wait a minute, let me double check. Yeah, because my deception's not good. As they're doing that, I'm gonna slowly back into the bar.
Okay.
And kind of wiggle myself in between the 2 people with higher charisma than I am.
Okay. So you just slink back to the group. I assume all of you are outside with the dog sleds.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then.
But yeah, you can slink back between the rest of the group and step away. As Cyrus and I guess Akuma has more charisma than Gigroth does. And,
right. Yes, they do. Just Gigroth's just gonna have that dumb face, like. Huh?
Dead people,
what?
dead.
I had no idea.
It's like, what's going on here?
All right, and
why are you all gasping?
That's Shander Froth. Oh my gosh, it's Shander Froth. And then like, and immediately Olivessa, where did you find him?
He was with the others at the Verbeeg lair.
Make me a deception check with advantage.
18 for the first one.
Back at the Verbeeg lair, why did he go back to the Verbeeg lair? Or why would he seek them out himself? And there's this like confusion as I don't know why he would do that. And the people that are out helping, they're just this makes no sense. Why would he?
Maybe he was cutting wood.
Why would he do that? Okay, so Zymont, he was a logger, right? Maybe he was doing that.
What did he really need a boost in this election? Was he afraid of you, Olivessa?
No, he most certainly would have won against me. I just don't understand. Perhaps your arrival made him think that he needed to take care of the Verbeeg himself. He did not have the skills to do that. And you can see one of the people that was helping you run back into the bar, and after a few seconds and a few people start creeping out, and they're like trying to look over your shoulders and to see, if it's true that this person is dead. Oh my gosh!
I'll just hug like a random schmo in the crowd that's kind of gasping.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just like hug them, like console them.
He was well loved, and finally the bartender comes out and like swims his way through the crowd and comes up and immediately halts, and this is most certainly a sad day for this town. And the bartender looks up and says, he asks you the same question and says, what happened? He just says, what happened?
All we can assume is that the Verbeeg had gotten to them before we were there. He and all these other men were dead outside the cave when we arrived.
And then I'm just to back up his claim, I'm just gonna point out the huge hand markings around his neck, like the bruises that that were done by the Verbeeg's hand.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh darn evil Verbeeg.
Choking him.
I was like, and I'll just be like a little kid, he just points it out like, well, I mean, if you look at his neck, see those bruises? There's a big hand that did that.
Akuma, make me that deception check again with advantage.
Okay. So first one was a 5. For the second one, I'm going to use my portent roll of an 18.
All right. Okay.
21.
Man.
I was gonna ask, could he get double advantage since Grigroth helped?
No, you won't get double advantage from that, but that definitely helped you pointing that out. And the bartender just and Olivessa kind of meet eyes and look at each other and say, tonight is a very special occasion. We must honor these individuals, especially Shander Froth, and the previous speaker. It will be a night of mourning and celebration. And
to the heroes of Goodmead.
Mm-hmm. And the bartender orders a couple of them to take the bodies across the street to the shrine and have them lay with lay beside the previous speaker. And that is where we will end our session tonight.
Oh,
I don't know about you guys, but I need a drink.
All right. So, but we're not fully done. If you're watching, we're gonna come back with crit chat. So don't go anywhere. We can talk about our session. Finally, Akuma can let some stuff off of his chest out of game about his curse and whatnot. I'm sure, no doubt, you have you have some thoughts on this. So yeah, don't stick around. Don't go anywhere. We will be back in just 5 minutes for crit chat. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. We will see you in just a little bit.
I wanted to make sure with you guys before I try to do some other tangent thing on my own.
All right, we
then
are back. Oh, you can keep talking, Gigroth. This is all good.
Oh, okay. No, I was just we were talking about the whole thing of the mystery shards. I was just agreeing with them, like, you know, it's probably a good idea to like not go off on a tangent on my own. But when I thought about it, bringing up the good point of, usually if you're you know, them being out on their own by themselves in this cave or whatnot. Usually, if you don't know your way to somewhere, you make a trail. You have signs to point you in direction. So, we could always go back and see if there's any markings on trees, on some stones, certain things that people that live out in the forest or out in nature would leave.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, and we can talk more about that here too. So, but I just want to say a couple of things first. First off, thank you, Lego Ink Vial, very, very much for your resubscription. Using that Prime Gaming 6-month subscription, enjoying those emotes and a brand new D10. I think it's a D10, maybe it's a D8 sub badge. And then so soon more Bezos bucks, and then also to Fables RPG for the follow. Thank you all very, very, very much for that, and to all the viewers who've stuck around watching things unfold. Yeah, so not only that with the Verbeeg, this was another action-packed night. Good follow-up. If I'm being perfectly honest, I didn't think it would take that long in the cavern. But there was other stuff that I was hoping to get to tonight, but this is perfectly awesome. I think we got a really good stopping spot, and it's setting up even more for the election.
Yeah, I mean, there's still some stress going on, but I think the fact that was the biggest thing was just how the town was going to handle the death was was kind of like the big, I guess, elephant in the room that we were waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
But now that that's kind of behind us to an extent, I think we can push forward with our agenda full force.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no... So, like, presumably... Well, you guys know that Shander Froth was working with the Zentarms, right?
We know, but the town did.
Correct. The town did not know. You guys knew. There is also the message of be ready and have your guys ready from the last session that Nerth told Shander Froth before he was trying to come back to Goodmead. So you still don't know anything about that, what that means. And presumably word will come back, will get back to Nerth and the Zentarum that Shander Froth is dead. And so obviously there will be things that they try to do regarding his death. So there's a lot that can still unfold with the Zentarum. But in the meantime, you are very, very well positioned to win the election.
So congratulations, Cyrus. You got your wish.
I mean, there's still 3 days before the election. Things can happen. Anything can happen there. So what about the? Oh, sorry. Go ahead if you still want to chit chat about that.
About no. I was just like, please don't say that. Don't say anything could happen in 3 days, because that's very much true. And with our group,
everything has consequences, right? Like Icewind Dale is a very small, tight-knit community, and each of these towns has things going on, and there's all sorts of webs that intertwine between these settlements, and word travels fairly fast, and things can happen.
Yes. I would like to take a vote on taking a long rest for 3 days.
You're just gonna hang out here for 3 days, not do anything else, and just wait it out.
That seems like the safest option.
That's definitely something you can do. I don't know if Akuma is up for that. Akuma might have more pressing matters about what he wants to do in the meantime.
I'm a little itchy, but sit on my hands for a few days, I guess.
I mean, we could go dwarf hunting in the immediate area.
I mean, I don't even have any knowledge on where the Dwerger are at,
We just have them to the north, I
like
believe.
Caer Konig or what is
Caer
it?
Caer Konig and East Haven.
Children, hey.
And East Haven, which is just one town to the north. Kind of
Somewhere out.
yeah, between Caer Dineval and Goodmead.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two towns where they could be. So how do you feel about I mean, it's tough for me as a DM because I don't like dictating how people play their characters. But just straight up having your alignment changed.
So like that's why I was kind of like looking to you for like, okay, so can I play like the lawful evil alignment and where like I clearly have this skew to do the Dwerger thing, but at the same time like enough free will within the lawful evil to be like, yeah, we need to win this election. Like, yeah, now all of a sudden like instead of like trying to find like nice little like business outlets or something for AI, now it's trying to swindle and make shitty deals with locals, and like instead of doing it in a peaceful like constructive manner, like doing it maybe in a way that's more short-sighted.
Sure.
So like still letting us do the campaign, but like still being like true to Levistus's curse or touch, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Are you as a player, are you okay with that?
No, it's not really how I wanted to play, but I'm gonna try to do my best to like role play it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, there are again, just as if whatever you guys do, there are consequences and things that can be done. On my part, you're influencing the world as well. So, even though I have this is alignment has been bestowed upon you, there are ways to revert it. There's always, I don't know, equal and opposite reactions to things.
can you break an oath with an archdevil?
Sure. Yeah. Not without some sort of intervention, but you can. You just have to find where and how to, find that, intervention. Oh, we lost him.
No.
I meant to be in a text chat. That's my bad. I'm sorry, guys.
You're all good.
Tried to go to the text chat after wanted to see those sick emotes.
If anyone in the chat has any questions for the group or anyone in particular, this is also your time to do that. So feel free to jump in with any questions chat might have. I will also plug that it was last week. I think was our first week with the new emotes. So I don't know if everyone's gotten to see them yet. But we have 4 new emotes, each featuring the characters of Bad Rolls Good Times of this adventure, and I think they turned out really awesome. Super happy.
They are fantastic. Well done.
Really.
I love everyone.
Yeah, you've only seen them in chat. You haven't actually in the Discord, right, Gigroth? You haven't actually seen them in Twitch yet.
Well, I've seen them. I'm looking at them. Well, right now.
Sure.
But I mean, even so, like I saw them. I think you posted them in our chat, or you posted them somewhere that I was able to look at them all. And honestly, I felt they were all fantastic. Especially Akuma's, he looks so adorable with his little hoodie and his coffee. Zymot with his just face palm is like, I can see him doing that emote for every time Gigroth does something.
Nah,
No.
that's Cyrus's job.
No, I mean Cyrus got the little scheming, the scheming face thing, but and then like just like Gigroth's entire personality is in his one emote. That one emote is just Gigroth to a fault, and I'm like, I love it, I love it. But I was gonna mention that it was probably a good thing that Akuma took that shard rather than Gigroth, because imagine an evil Gigroth. Imagine the complete and utter nonsense and just like imagine how much shit we would get into with an evil Gigroth.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. Just any chance that you would get to like murder something, you're just taking that chance. Yeah. As soon as you're not with us, boom, you're against us. Hammer to the face.
Hammer to the face. Or hey, you look like that one cat that scratched me. Kick.
Oh yeah, yeah. You try to speak to an animal and it gives you some lip or it doesn't understand you, and you just get mad and start going on some animal murdering spree.
Gigroth and the Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah.
If anybody remembers that reference.
Oh man.
So what's the next step for the group? Is it just stick around in good mead, or like what's the 50-yard target now?
Hide more animals.
Leave Gigroth alone. He just wants friends.
But I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, it's hard to win an election if you're not, in the town, right? Like we kind of we're obligated to sit tight for 3 days, right? Like
Yeah, because I mean we're still new. We have one claim to fame to our name right now with this town, so
or leave and come back. Like you can do that.
Nah, I think Akuma's right. I think we have to sit here and actually campaign for the next 3 days to lock it in as best we can.
All right. Well, I was gonna suggest that because Cyrus, honestly, he can do a lot more damage in battle than Gigroth can. Just because he has so many like, his bonus actions and his regular actions lead to he has so many chains that he can do compared to Gigroth. So I was just gonna suggest why not Akuma, Cyrus, and Zymot stay in Goodmead for the next 3 days. Because I do feel like not only are these shards, like these mystery shards, not of this world. So one, that just puts more value on them, but also, what if we, happen to come across something even more valuable or even more, gives us more gain or helps us in the long run if we find out where these actual shards come from. So I was gonna suggest Gigroth, for those 3 days that you guys are there in Goodmead, he can go back to the cave and then try to see if he can find anything that would lead him back to those stones or shards.
Yeah, you're the most nature-oriented one out of the 4 of us. I think it's solid.
It's about to turn into Gigroth and Friends. Because I'm gonna make friends with.
Take a couple of the sheep.
Take a couple of the sheep. Find any other animals in the vicinity, and it's like, all right, guys, let's go adventuring.
Are we back to the animal army thing?
Yes, that is Gigroth's ultimate plan.
Gigroth's gonna collect all the Pokemon. All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about? That pretty much does it for the night. I think that covers it at least from my end. It does.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think we were pretty streamlined this evening. I think this session didn't really have too many tangents or anything going on.
Cool. All right. Well, that's going to do it. Thanks again, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. If you joined us late, you can definitely check out our YouTube channel. This VOD will be up there sometime tomorrow evening. You could also check out the VOD after we're done streaming here tonight here on Twitch. If you want to follow us on Twitter, join our Discord, anything like that, you can find all the links below. And that is it. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and we will see you again next Monday night. Have a great night, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.